Welcome to the UDP broadcast, a podcast where we talk about video games and gaming-related news. Our host tonight, Lumi, is AFK, but I'm also joined today by the other hosts, Reina, the Crit Chicken,
Hello.
and the Nordic Cajun.
Not sponsored by Slurm, but I am drinking it.
And me, your wonderfully angry barcode, Amy. I'm here to eat all your bandwidth. And I'll just hide Lumi until Lissy comes in. Because, yes. And in case you're wondering where Reina is, her nameplate is there, but the picture for her broke, and we didn't have time to fix it. So.
She's in the Shadow Realm.
She is half in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I don't want to be out there mean mugging.
Oh. I don't know what that means, but I just felt like saying that. So.
Showing an angry face.
Turn it down now.
So I found out something very interesting this week. If you didn't know, Battlefield 6 came out.
Did not know.
Yeah, nobody cares. So Battlefield 6 came out. No one gives a shit except for the 800,000 people playing it. Don't care. What you might not know is the hardware requirements. We're going to dive right into a security flaw that I can see happening. It's great. So, in order to play Battlefield 6, you need new hardware, so newer motherboard, one that's been made in the last 4 years, I believe. Anything older than that, you won't be able to play it. Because you need what is known as a Trusted Platform Module version 2.0 on the motherboard. The TPM is essentially a little chip that stores a cryptographic key. You might be thinking that is a bunch of words. Yes, it is.
It is.
It's a little piece of hardware that stores a key. The key that normally goes in there is what's known as the key for BitLocker for Windows. Windows has its own drive encryption tool. A lot of businesses use it. It's called BitLocker. BitLocker runs in a couple different ways, but one of the ways for convenience is to store the unlock key on that physical chip. That's a whole other security conversation for another day. However, because you need this chip on your motherboard to play Battlefield 6, this tells me that either the game itself or the anti-cheat system requires access to that module to store a cryptographic key. I'm assuming to prove to itself that the anti-cheat files or the game files have not been altered in some way, shape, or form. My problem with this, from a security perspective, is how long do we have until someone finds a way to manipulate the anti-cheat software to get a hold of the Windows cryptographic key? Because it's not like there's a separate module for every single cryptographic key. You have one module to store keys in it. Theoretically, they can't, the program that stores a key there cannot access another program's key that is stored in that thing. Imagine it like a mailroom. But what happens if you find a way to bypass all those keys? Get in behind, open the one drawer, now you've got access to every mailbox, every single key. There's already a number of ways to bypass that trusted platform module to get into Windows, even if the drive is encrypted, and get full access to the operating system. So I'm wondering how long it's going to be until you can exploit the anti-cheat system to get the Windows BitLocker cryptographic key, or vice versa. Break through the encryption on the TPM for Windows, and then find other cryptographic keys that you can use for other stuff. This is mind-bogglingly stupid. And I understand anti-cheat programs and publishers want to make their stuff as secure as possible, so it's as hard as possible to alter or modify or anything like that. But at the same time, that is from a business standpoint, that is an unacceptable risk. Like, that is a ridiculous security risk where you're potentially allowing your software to compromise the operating system if someone figures out a way. And it's only a matter of time, considering the number of bypasses for BitLocker and TPM that already exist. It hurts my brain.
Well, it just in news with that, when it comes to security, it just feels like people who are going to hack literally sit there all day and be like, let's see what kind of trouble can I get into today? And having that kind of security that can be, from the way you're talking, it just takes one right click and all of them can end up
Maybe. It's
wide
going to
open.
be some time before someone figures it out, but in the realm of how security exploits work and what I keep myself apprised on all the time, because I'm a giant nerd that way, it does seem like something that is possible. It's only a matter of time. And technically everything is possible and anything is possible, but this seems like a larger issue waiting to happen.
Well, if it's anything like what happened across the pond with Discord, it could be happening any day now.
I forget that one. What happened there?
A few, I think either a week or two after they passed the whole photo ID thing over there in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 1.5. Let me see the actual 1.5 the data and 2 million government ID photos were extorted.
Oh, Jesus.
Um, Soon after the whole photo ID that you have to use to be able to log into stuff over there. So it this is literally the find out phase in terms of what they were going through, and people were fighting across the pond. But the fact that it only took, like I said, a week, that amount of people's data to get just blatantly blown out of proportion. 1.5 terabytes of data of people's IDs is gone, or
Jesus.
stolen and shared. That puts government people at risk. That puts the layman at risk. That puts anybody at risk for not only just their photo, now their ID that gets to let them do anything in the UK. That that's about as bad as one of us walking up to somebody like, here's my social security card. Do what you want with it. It's hackers are going to do whatever they want to when they want to, and if they see a challenge, they're going to do it. They saw what was going down, and they're like, okay, y'all think you think you're going to be able to keep track of everybody's ID? Let me just hold my tea, as it were.
Good Lord.
So back to your original topic, if these guys are seeing that they could lift the spring trap and just unlock all of these chips and all these computers, I mean, for these games, it's only a matter of time before Battlefield 6 is in Steam, or is it in BattleNet?
It's on Steam.
On Steam? Oh yeah, Call of Duty's on BattleNet.
Yeah.
If I'm mistaken. Okay, so it's only a matter of time before Steam information gets compromised, if that's the case. So
I'm looking at this. 70,000 people who had appealed age bans had their IDs stolen.
Ew.
God damn. And their vendor, 5CA or 5 Charlie Alpha, is the one that got compromised. Yeah, they were the company that reviews age-related appeals. So, oof. The sad part is, it does not look like the company has made any sort of statement regarding this. I was just on their website trying to find anything. I can't find a single damn thing about this breach. Holy crap, that's actually terrible. That's actually more scary that the company is saying nothing. Holy hell. That is not right. Like, you need to tell people.
the breach happened on September 20th. The attackers apparently gained access for 58 hours by compromised the account of a support agent employed by an outsourced business processing provider. I can give you the length of what I'm reading.
It's all good. But, fuck, that's insane. And yeah, their website has nothing on this. It has absolutely no information on the breach, no comment, no nothing. Holy crap. This is absurd at this point. Because... Sorry?
Sorry, I was reading something else. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you've got that much of a breach that happened under your watch, you need to make a public statement. Holy crap, why would you say nothing?
I mean, Discord itself is saying they're not going to be. Apparently, the cyber criminals have like a ransom for everything,
Hmm.
and Discord's saying, "Nah, I'm not going to pay it." 2.1 million Discord user driver license or passports are in jeopardy.
Oof.
Jesus. Yeah, name, Discord username, email, other contact details if you provided it to them for customer support. Limited billing information such as payment type, last four digits of your credit card, and purchase history, IP addresses, messages with their customer service agents, limited corporate data, including training materials and internal presentations. The unauthorized party also gained access to a small number of government ID images.
Mm.
Oof. So it's
It's a
actually,
mess.
well, yeah, and actually, what's worrying out of all of that, aside from the customer data, training materials.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to fake someone out and either do a spear phishing attempt where you're trying to get a specific person at a company to believe that you are who you are not, that's known as spear phishing, or if I'm just trying to hijack people's accounts, now that I have training material, I know what questions to ask someone and I know how to manipulate those questions to get information from a user that I'm not supposed to have access to. That's actually scarier.
Isn't it called social engineering?
Absolutely. It's social engineering now with a how to guide because you have the internal training material. You know what questions are going to ask, you know how to respond and how to work with what questions they would normally ask and how to push it into the realm of I can exploit or exfiltrate information from this user without them realizing they're not talking to customer service because I know how customer service talks or speaks now. That's more worrisome. Holy hell. That's not
Since
good.
since we're on the topic, and we all love to laugh at Nintendo's misfortunes,
Oh, good.
apparently Nintendo also had a data breach and had 570 gigabytes of data leaked.
Jesus. Now, was it internal
Uh,
documents saying let's start patenting everything that Pocket Parody has made so we can try and sue them for it?
I don't know. I hope so. Funny. New claim by a hacker group called the Crimson indicates that members have digitally infiltrated Nintendo's files, making off with a ton of unreleased information. Nintendo has yet to officially confirm the supposed breach, but this social post seems to be pretty like, yeah, we did. I'm gonna share it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, Bitdefender's got a couple articles on it. Jesus. This is crazy. You should throw that in the Twitch chat in case anybody's watching that wants to have a look at that. That's phenomenal. Yeah, that was November 24th of this year. And there was approximately 140,000 additional network or Nintendo network IDs that may have been accessed maliciously. So they reset the passwords on those accounts, but damn.
Ain't nobody safe. If you like, this is why I go back to the old adage: the tighter you grip your fist, the easier things are to slip through your fingers. You try to be, and I'm not saying the people from Battlefield 6 were doing this to cause that to happen. I mean, cause what could happen to happen. They're just doing their best.
You keep clipping yourself there.
The things with like what happened in Europe and then with Nintendo, the way they're trying to. Do I? I'm
Yeah,
doing
so
push to
we
talk
missed
now
like
because.
we missed a good chunk of that because your mic cut out.
Sorry. Let me just start over. When when you hold on to something so tightly, things tend to slip through the fingers. And Nintendo's been notorious for trying to keep Jello in a fishnet when it comes to their stuff. And this does not surprise me that their stuff got leaked like this to that degree. Which is to some of us is funny
Jesus.
until it starts getting to the of it affecting the consumer. And our stuff gets leaked on top of that. So stuff can get easily hacked to the point of just showing off assets like these guys are doing, how easily could they get into the system to get to credit cards, to get to addresses, to get to personal data? It's it's scary. It really is, especially when you have kids playing around on the thing all the time. They don't know, like with all those AI games they have on the Switch now,
Gross.
it's ridiculous. Like Harrison literally opened up his Switch and showed me just a bunch of games that they were recommending to him. 95% of them were AI.
That's insane.
Like I don't understand how that got onto the game, like the store for Nintendo. First of all, because I know Steam has a big policy against AI games like that, but apparently Nintendo don't. Nintendo is okay with all these nasty AI generated games just filling up their store, including that weird Power World knockoff they tried to put on there, which is absolutely hilarious to me that they put that on there and just to try to spite Pocket Pair, and then Pocket Pair says, "Okay, we're gonna make Animal Crossing in Power World."
Yeah, that's
I'm still
insanely
I'm,
dumb.
I'm still eating that tea. By the way, I'm never gonna not enjoy that. But it's just like it's people are gonna hack. It's going to happen.
Yep.
The best thing to do is to not taunt the hackers and reason to hacking. And I feel like that's what happened with the whole Discord thing. That's what's happening with that could happen with Battlefield 6, like you said. Like it's just like dangling the carrot in front of them. Like, yeah, I bet, and I think I will. And once they do, they move on to their next project.
Yep. And like I said, it's very worrying from a security standpoint. As it stands right now, it's not possible. But I mean, we're at a time period where you can exfiltrate data using the hard drive light flashing. You can exfiltrate data by monitoring power usage on an AC power line to realize or to figure out what is actually being done on the machine. It's absurd what can be exfiltrated these days and the methodologies available. So to store a cryptographic key for an anti-cheat system on the same air, like in the same area as the Windows hard drive cryptographic key and the secure boot cryptographic key, because those are two separate things. Like the secure boot side of Windows verifies through the cryptographic key that none of the boot files have been tampered with and that it is fully legit. And then if you use BitLocker to encrypt your drive, that key can be stored there. So it is unfathomably stupid in my mind that they're doing this. And I hope it's I hope Microsoft comes up with a way to segregate that and prevent entirely third parties from accessing either the secure boot key or the BitLocker key. Otherwise, they would have to redesign, as far as I know, they would have to redesign the entire trusted platform module itself to have a dedicated OS section on like a physical chip and then another physical chip for everybody else type thing. That's
Or
insane.
just go back to playing old school hard consoles and not worry about it anymore. um, I found something that I think might interest Crit. She probably knows more about this than I do because I know you were talking about World of Warcraft at the top of the hour.
Uh-huh.
Um, what is this new housing thing that they got going on? Because it's tingling a weird thing in my brain, and if it's what I think it is,
It's
Welcome to
I want.
WoW.
I, I haven't seen it yet because it's not released yet, but supposedly it's probably like the Garrison but better. I think they might have pulled like elements from Rift and stuff. I'm not sure. I mean, there's stuff
Midnight. Is Midnight their new expansion?
the next one coming up, yes.
It says it's supposed to come out on December 2nd.
Yeah, but right now they have for the next 99 days remaining, they have Legion Remix, bringing you back to Legion and being able to collect new class mounts and stuff like that. Like I got the new Fell, like I just started playing on my Druid and I just got the new Fell bird form because I love my Druid.
I I quite literally just uninstall Warcraft and make room on my computer for other things. And now I'm gonna have to reinstall it, aren't
Yeah,
I?
it's time limited transmog pets and stuff like that. I got out of the Vault of the Wardens. I got a little baby warden bird,
Oh,
like one of the little owl. I got a little crit owl. Look at the little crit. I'll have to show it eventually. Hold on. Let me boot up my warrior. I'm gonna make a new warrior.
Not me looking to see what games I can uninstall.
Oh, and also apparently if you level up one character as you progress through that one character storyline or something like that, you can actually give XP boosts or boon to your other characters. So like right now I'm sitting on 80% extra XP.
that's kind of cool.
I still I was just starting to get in to see like the new leveling system because I came back and I had level 75, level 80 characters, and I came back like, oh, now they're all level 32. What happened?
Yeah,
So I was
right.
still learning.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was the crunching that happened. I'm going to make a night elf warrior and I'm going to name her Thunder Thighs.
I
Nice.
love it.
Oh, but also you can't do any professions in the time walking stuff, but you can do like apparently what happens is they let you pick nodes like mining off the bat, mining and flower picking to add to your stamina and your collect bronze and stuff like that to act towards your weapon. And you do get to use your artifact weapons. They actually give you the artifact weapons to use, as you progress, and they want you to go through the legion, the order hall and stuff like that, to the quest lines. Yeah, it's definitely it brings me back. I'm not gonna lie, it really does bring me back. And then of course, your trinkets. I believe your trinkets and your necklace actually give you uh different buffs, I guess. One of the buffs is like I am my scars, but it's extra DPS on top of everything else. And even if you go to the talent, like if you go up looking like a talent build or something for a character, it just says what the go-to rings and trinkets and necklaces are for that spec and whatnot.
Cool.
I think I have enough room to reinstall. Let's see.
What have I done? I've created a monster.
Oh dear, you've done it now.
So it was not even on my radar, and then that thing came up, and then crit was just like, come back. You know you want
I
to.
can't come back. You wanted to come back yourself. You were just giving yourself an excuse, so you actually said, "Hey, what's going on with the Garrison stuff?" I'm like, "Oh, hello."
Ma'am, I don't need to be called out like that. No, 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 no. Not nice.
Absolutely, you get called out for that.
Mike drop. It happens. Caw.
So, I've had a screenshot sent to me today. And a screenshot
Uh-oh.
normally is, whatever. However, it was a screenshot of a reply to a developer on Steam. So, or sorry, to a review on Steam. So basically, someone had bought this game, decided that they thought it was kind of cool, but they didn't like how many women were in the game. And then they went off
I
on
saw
a
that.
little bit of a
Oh,
DEI rant on the forums and appropriately got banned. So then they changed the review to a thumbs down. The developer, entertainingly enough, took to the review and said, "You might see how this is a very positive review and then wonder why there's a thumbs down." Well, let me explain. So the person who originally wrote the review edited their review to say, "Oh, the developer's lying. I didn't do any of the things that they say I did." Developer came back with screenshots. Rip.
oh,
So
receipts, baby. They had all the
absolutely.
receipts.
So if you're wondering what the game is called Little Rocket Lab, and it is essentially a kind of like a Factorio for people who are not into Factorio. Factorio is very intense, very specific in how it works. This is a builder game for people who are intimidated by builder games. So if you look at Satisfactory, at Factorio, at Space Engineers, Empyrean, anything like that, and say, holy crap, this is way too overwhelming, this is the kind of game that would be probably better for you. It's meant to be just a little clicker game, a very lightweight game to automate things and do cool stuff. It's not Factorio, and they specifically say they're not Factorio, or, just how it works. They don't actually use that word. But this person went on such a rant that the developer made some great replies, and they they basically said, and I'll read what they wrote here. In case anyone is reading this review and wondering why it's so positive, yet has a thumbs down, this person had written a very positive review for us, and then began unbelievably it began being unbelievably sexist on our forums, spouting the same line about the game being, quote, better without a DEI consultant in multiple threads. Essentially, they're annoyed that there are too many women in the game. So essentially, the developers, we initially told him we'd rather he refunded the game and stop playing. Then when he persisted saying this drivel, we banned him, hence the review flip. If you agree with his stance that there's too many women in this game, then we'd also love it if you did not buy our game. The fact that people are allowed to just drop us a negative review while being allowed to say stuff like this on the Steam forums is pretty disappointing. But we'll take a negative review from this guy over him being allowed to participate in our community anymore. Edit. He says I'm lying, and that the quote wasn't from the forums. He dares me to quote him on there. So here you go. Here's exactly the exact post that he says he did not post on the forums, somehow copied directly from the forums. Again, you can edit your review all you like, but we're just as happy to not have you around anymore. So I read that. I immediately bought the game. I immediately joined the Discord, and I immediately put a post up in their Ask the Dev section saying, hey, it's not a question, but, thanks. Thanks for doing that. It was a kick-ass reply, and I'm really happy to see that. The best part was that was not the only person spouting that bullshit. There was, hey, looks like we have a Lumi, I think.
Hey!
Yeah, unexpected stuff. I apologize.
You're good. I will turn on your nameplate now. So the other thing we saw was there was another person who basically did the same thing. And the developer was like, we don't want you to play our game either. You can go away now. And they did that to a few people because one person said, bought this after watching a streamer, should have watched it closer, 100% DEI infected. This game stinks like Sweet Baby Ink. Touched it, too late for a refund, lesson learned. And the developer says, hey, person, you sound like an absolutely horrible person, so we're glad you did not enjoy the game. We wish you could refund it too. Please never play our games again. Cheers. I love this. I just gotta say, I love seeing replies like this from developers. It is absolutely phenomenal. For them sticking up for the game itself, and then also telling people to essentially go pound sand. I love this.
That was the most professional way of saying get
fuck
bent.
You. Yeah. Get bent or fuck off. That is, like I said, I went right to their Discord and gave them a thank you because they absolutely deserve this. I love seeing it. I'm here for this shit.
Like we on this podcast, we live for the petty, and that is the kind of petty that we just get a bowl of popcorn and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Can we have more, please? Just like that.
Yeah. So what you missed, Lumi, is there's a game called Little Robot Labs that, according to one Steam review, quote, has too many women in it, and the developer essentially told them to go pound dirt.
Well, good. They should pound dirt. Has too
Absolutely.
many women in it. Why does that matter? Like, that is awkward and weird to even talk about. Why?
I know.
It has too many of this one type of person in it.
Yep. That is some of the most dumb shit I've ever seen. But if you want to pick up the game, I'm going to throw it in chat. I picked up the game because I absolutely want to support the developers on this. This is phenomenal. So I highly recommend, if you got some money to spare, even if you're never going to play the game, it's not the kind of game I would play. I don't care. I'm here to support them because that is awesome.
Oh, I saw Jesse Cox play this. He
Nice.
played the demo. Yeah, no, like I thought it was really interesting, and I love automation type games. If I remember correctly, this story is based on a girl that her uncle left his rocket lab, and she is trying to like launch the rocket.
No
So
idea.
she has to. Well, well, I got a chance to look at it because it's on my wish
Okay.
list, believe it or not. So and that's the only reason why I even know about it. It's a great game. I mean, at least Jesse Cox made it great because Jesse Cox makes anything great. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he can make a. Anyways, he can make a puddle of
yeah,
poop.
I had a whole list that went up like, nope, can't say that. Nope, can't say that. But yeah, no, it is absolutely a fantastic game. I've seen gameplay of it, and it's about someone's niece. Of course, it's going to have women in it, and she's with her grandma / aunt or something. And yeah,
If you don't like it, there's some sand you can go pound. Like, fuck all the way off. Like I said, I'm glad the developers went after them with receipts. And when I see a developer say, "Hey, we wish you couldn't play our game," that actually makes me happy because they're sticking up for people and they're not putting up with bullshit. So good on them. I love it.
Well, to cleanse the palate, maybe for like another with a good little piece of news, maybe I got something for this.
Yeah.
It's good and bad in a way. It starts off sad and turns out awesome. Um, Elder Scrolls 6. You remember that game they announced with a little picture back in 2018? We haven't heard anything since.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I can actually talk about this now. Yes. What do you got, Cajun?
Elder Scrolls 6 character will honor the memory of a prominent community member. There was
Reanu
a
Keeves.
no. There's a lady. No, her name was Lorana Pyrel. Pyrel. She ran a popular roleplay campaign based on the Elder Scrolls series. She had made a comment in 2018 when they revealed the picture of Elder Scrolls 6 that it wouldn't come out in time for her to play. And I believe she has passed away. She was an older lady. Like they called her the Skyrim grandma.
Oh, that's unfortunate. She was so great at what she did too. She had a YouTube and Twitch following and the whole thing. Like,
Well, apparently they did a charity event where the community can donate to have an NPC created for Elder Scrolls 6, and she won by a landslide.
Nice.
So they're going to immortalize her in Elder Scrolls 6 whenever it does come out. They raised $170,000 for charity through that program, and she sadly passed away in 2024. So she will continue to live on in the game that she loved and role played in so much. In the next edition, that's not going to be another Skyrim release. It's going to be an actual Elder Scrolls 6. So I thought that was a cute little story to talk about because it's always neat to see developers do that, especially bigger names like these guys. Because I know uh, I have to consult the council. Harrison, who made Silk Song? What's the name of the team?
Team Cherry.
Team Cherry. Thank you. Team Cherry did the same thing in their game. There is a boss in the game. It's a little character with a round shield. I forgot. We haven't run into him yet, but apparently, when you beat him, unlike all the other bosses, he doesn't die. He just goes and lives a life of peace in the village at the top of the world. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played the game. I read about this because it was so cute. Apparently, that character was based off a child who drew a concept art of that character who had passed away, and they immortalized him in Silk Song with his character. And stuff like that makes my heart just a flutter with stuff like that. So to see it in a big game like freaking Elder Scrolls 6 as well, like there's a small part of the industry that still has a huge heart for their players. I'm glad Bethesda is showing at least a little bit of that, especially in a realm when AAA developers don't usually get too many good nods, as it were. So kudos to them for doing that. I think that's really cool to let Skyrim grandma live on forever in the game she loved.
That's awesome. That's like what's that person in Pandaland, right?
Uh, I forget, but I remember the one that I have on my back right now is Ashes of Alar, which is based on E Phoenix, who was also the character. It was a Make-A-Wish child. If you ever live leveled through Mulgore and you ever passed the Torn called Ahab Wheathoof, that's the same character who voices the voice of that character is the child, Ezra.
Oh,
Aw.
So Ezra E Phoenix, yeah, I know much more about that because I have it tattooed on my skin. I'm never gonna forget him.
didn't they make a genie NPC for Robin Williams as well?
Yes, they did.
Thought so.
It's an Easter egg. I
What?
haven't found it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, after he
Explain this
passed
to me,
away,
please.
one of his biggest roles that, especially as me as a kid, was him playing the genie in Aladdin.
Well, no, I know
He,
that.
He
Just
used to
more.
play WoW, I think. Yeah, he used to play WoW.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he was
So
a
they
huge
made
gamer too.
Yeah, they made a genie NPC. It's close to his name with a couple letters mixed around, I believe. And it's where is it? I need to go actually see it.
I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
I'll go research it later. Yeah, it's because I'm installing the game right now. I'm at 20 gigs. It's got a ways to go. So y'all might have one more. This one's not gonna be as good feeling, but this one I think Lumen might be able to take a crack at because I know he's chomping at the bit to attack.
Well, I was just gonna ask, what's that panda's name that runs around Panda Land picking flowers all day long? Who was that one? Reanu?
Like I said, I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know. I'm
'cause
not
that was
that
the.
much of a.
I'm talking to the person that went from level 1 to level, I guess, 80,
Oh,
just picking flowers.
that's Double Agent.
There you go.
But he's
That's
not.
the person
I
I was
don't
thinking
think
about.
he's. Oh, I don't think he's dead though.
No, but I just like naming it after or naming a character after someone in real life is where I was going with
Oh,
that.
I was
That's kinda
gonna
cool.
say, yeah. The reason for that is the Panda Land or whatever. When you're level 1, through that whole zone, you don't have to pick either side until you get to the end of the quest line. So
Right.
he decided to keep on leveling, and they actually gave
Stay
him
they stayed true neutral.
true neutral, yeah, and that's how we got the double agent achievement. So if you get alliance or horde to level 90, you get that
That's
achievement.
awesome.
Oh, the NPC for Robin Williams is named Robin. I found him. If you are
Oh.
in Warlords of Draenor and you head to the very south of Nagrand, there's 2 islands off the mainland. It's the island that is just south of Gramashar, and it's the second island on the west left. It's that one, and it's on that island. It's on the very southern tip. You'll find him there.
Why does it feel like that's also like a nod to him playing Hook? Playing
Because
in
it's on
Hook,
an
I'm
island.
sorry. Because second star to the right, straight on till morning. Kind of like
There's
an homage to that. I don't
there's
know.
a lot of references. There's a lot of references to him in the game, honestly. But also there's a lot of memorials in general. I mean,
Mhm.
even the one guy who had cancer had his own quest line in Ice Crown.
I think I remember you telling me about that kid or that
It
person.
wasn't it wasn't a kid, yeah. There's a lot. I mean, there's also one of the I think the G there's one I know in Shatrath called Kaylee Dak, and then there's another one. Like I said, there's a lot. There's also another one who was a dev that's Cultier, I think. They can actually be found as a spirit healer in the Barrens. So eh.
Nice.
And then of course Iblin, I believe his name is. You can find his grave outside of Stormwind right now.
Huh.
All the feel goods and feel bads all at the same time.
You know that little documentary that we watched the other day, not the other day, the other month.
Vaguely. Again, I forget what I had for breakfast yesterday.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I have a really
see,
terrible memory.
selective memory. Never wants to remember what his wifey says. How dare.
Oof.
It only gets worse. Anyway,
Oof. Damn! Throw me under the bus.
so Xbox is being some deal weeds.
Yeah, I saw that. Right? Did you
You heard him in the background. Yeah, they are.
get?
Wait. Hold up. Come here. Come say if you're gonna talk, you talk with your whole chest. Come here. Hang on one second, guys. Little Noah's gonna voice his opinion on this one.
They raised the price for the Xbox Game Pass. Now everyone's switching to PlayStation pretty much.
Yep.
Ooh, you heard it here first, folks. Well, not first probably, but you
No.
heard it here.
But did you
Yeah,
know
they
crashed the refund site?
did they really?
Yeah. So if you don't know, Game Pass has gone from $20 to $30, so it's a 50% increase. Also,
For the ultimate one, yeah.
so this is how horrendously stupid this is. They've gone from 2 tiers to 3. And the most expensive tier is the $30 tier for the Ultra Mega Premium one. That one includes all the games except, in the fine print, the Call of Duty franchise is not included in Game Pass on that pass level. Now, on top of that, with that 50% increase and the lack of Call of Duty, people wanted refunds. They wanted refunds so badly, they crashed Microsoft's website to process refunds. And Microsoft is bleeding money, and PC and PlayStation are just sitting here going ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
That's it. Come home, come back. And this article that I'm reading, I love it. It says, this whole situation promised players more freedom of choice in gaming. And then I quote, I mean, they did give their fans the freedom of choice, and they have. They left.
They said the same thing about gosh, what was that big movement when we first started doing content creation? Cajun net neutrality, giving people options. You know, for if you want to stream, well, you have to pay for the bigger package or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my tinfoil hat, which is not so
Ooh,
tinfoil.
let's do it.
No, like I
It's
kid you
aluminum.
fucking not. Tinfoil, yeah, aluminum. Uh, I don't know what the hell they are doing. I've asked myself that for years. I've kept quiet about it for years. And at this particular point, they keep saying Xbox first, gaming first, but the way they're treating everything with the complete lobotomizing of most of the companies that they've absorbed in for billions of dollars, with the exception of Minecraft, because it still makes money, kind of, right? The only thing I can think of is that they're trying to like fund their AI gig, and that's all there is to it. And if there's anything you know about Microsoft is that they will come out with an amazing product and never follow through with it. Not saying Zune was amazing. We're just going to ignore that part of of history. But let's take, for example, Windows Phone. I actually like Windows Phone. It was a good phone. It was,
I actually enjoyed it too.
yeah, no, I mean the tile system, the live tiles, it did what it was supposed to do. They had some decent games on there for if you wanted to play it, not like the Android store or the iTunes store or whatever their Apple's calling their app store. But still, it was a great phone, and then they just dropped the ball and they dropped service. Okay, so now you had this brick, especially since they dropped it shortly after they released a mid and high level tier Windows phone, which I actually got a chance to test and play with. And like, what are they doing? And it took them another 2 years before they came out and announced. I'm not sure if you remember this. They announced something called the Neo, and the Duo. Have you heard of those things?
No.
The Neo
So
sounds familiar.
the Neo was the one that was actually released. The Neo was the foldable phone before Samsung came out with their Z Fold and Z Flip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends actually got one, and you can't talk on it unless you have it open. It had the clamshell opened up, which was stupid. So you have to hold this like book against your face. It was so dumb. The Duo I was actually really interested in because it was Surface-like, but it had touchscreen quick controls and it folded up, and it was actually highly spec'd. So I was really interested in getting my hands on it, but they just never did anything with it. Same thing with their App Store. Their App Store is loaded with trash. Their support for it is fucking garbage. Like
Let's not talk about Google Glass either.
well, that's a different story. Google's been in the put the AI in front of your eyeballs for a very long time. I remember, have you seen that meme where the dude gets out of his Cybertruck and he looks like he's doing like rave moves, getting out, like pinching stuff and moving stuff everywhere as he's like, model walking away from his Cybertruck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't see a future where that's going to be a thing without anyone looking like an idiot.
Nah.
But still, my entire point here is that as it stands right now, it seems like they're jettisoning all of their stuff. Think about this. They're offloading all of their Xbox console stuff because it's been in the news. I'm not saying anything that has, outside of the realm of public knowledge. This is all public speculation and public fact. They're releasing what? The Ally Rogue that plays Xbox stuff. So they're actually opening up the Xbox ecosystem to actual PC manufacturers so you can have a portable machine as opposed to like Nintendo with their proprietary Switch. Now you've got Asus making the Ally Rogue for all of your portable Xbox needs.
All of
I
that
mean,
hurt my brain.
yeah, no, it's all over the place. So what are they doing? I don't understand. So
Throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks, but the stuff that does stick, they throw in the trash.
I can tell you right now that the three things that probably won't run out of money for them is going to be Minecraft, Azure, and Copilot.
Probably not.
Windows is a given. They have a huge market share.
Yeah.
So,
you know what makes it even more absurd, this whole price fiasco, is the standard plan is now called Premium, and if you want the mega cool stuff, it's going to be on the Ultimate, which is $30 a month. Premium is now $15 a month, and Essential is now $10 a month. Now, this is what sucks. On the Essential, so the basic tier, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, blah, 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 but it's only 50 games. 50 plus games on PC, console, and cloud. The Premium gives you 200 titles with a caveat. Unlimited gaming, cloud gaming with shorter wait times. Oof. In-game benefits, including for Riot games. Gross. I mean, if you like to play Riot games, go for it. Who cares? New Xbox games published within a year of launch. Asterisk. That asterisk says excludes Call of Duty titles. So if you want to play Call of Duty when it first comes out, they are forcing you to subscribe to the Ultimate Pass just to be able to get that. And also, you on the Ultimate tier, Ubisoft Classics and EA Play are now included with Fortnite Crew coming in November, requiring Game Pass Ultimate. You only get that stuff, the Ubisoft Classics, EA Play, and Fortnite Crew with the Ultimate tier. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're trying to purposely sync Microsoft games, but this reminds me of games for Windows Live.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Just a little.
This is one nail to seal the coffin for everything gaming related. And I'm just going to call it right now. They're not treating their customers as customers.
No, they're treating them as cash cows, which is how everybody does it, which is the most absurd and frustrating thing. I mean, we could rant about Nintendo all day long, but it's absurd how bullshit behavior, like the amount of bullshit behavior companies are getting away with these days. It's
like
absolutely
the one cosplayer, like Pika Belichiu or whatever. She went to the I think it was like a GameStop or a Walmart or something, and she was looking for those like Pokemon cards or whatever. And apparently in her location she has like a frequent flyer as far as like a guy that's a known scalper. So she's
Gross.
like, why isn't anybody doing anything about this? And it's like, well, companies want money. First come, first serve.
Yeah, the moment it gets to the store shelves, they don't care who buys it. It's already sold.
pretty much.
It's kind of like the gas station in my town that has like a whole bunch of Dubai chocolates stockpiled, and they're selling them for like $17 a bar, and nobody's buying them, so they marked it down to $11.
Mm.
They were like, if you want to buy like 7 bars of Dubai chocolate, well, only it's only going to be $70. No,
Take that Dubai chocolate back to Dubai, sir. Sorry.
I was like,
Not gonna happen.
I smiled as I bought a $2 Kit Kat.
That's it.
I'm wise to you.
Did you
What?
eat it without breaking off the pieces, or you just take it as like one candy bar?
Oh, I'm a fucking savage. I sunk my teeth into that day.
Yeah, that's
Well, I'm
the way
not
to
the
go.
only one. Just,
Well, I mean,
Yum.
candy does not come with instructions other than unwrap candy, stuff in face.
Yes, this is
Listen,
very
I
true.
don't have time to actually, take a break. So I have to nom nom when I have to nom nom.
Yeah, I've just so I didn't look like a psychopath. I actually moved to the big cats. So
I mean,
those big cats.
if anybody wants to like question me on it next time, if they ever make eye contact with me, I'll just lick it.
Map, map, map.
Dude, those big Kit Kats, they got me through some tough times, though. Like,
Or the Bueno
them
stuff.
things.
they're solid too. You could hurt somebody with them.
Yeah, you can. Literally a brick.
You guys need to get these in the US, and they're Eat More bars. Oh my god, they're amazing.
Eat more?
Yeah, it's probably one of
Beautiful marketing idea.
it is one of the best like chocolate bars in Canada. It's not even a chocolate bar. Where the hell is? Get a picture of one. Why can I not find one when I want one? I can go to the store and buy
usually
like
works.
buckets of them, but I can't find a goddamn picture of one. Oh my god.
Great marketing though.
There we go.
I'm looking in the Warrior gear, and Legion Remix is so interesting. It looks like a hybrid of like Demon Hunter, because it's like the helm has like horns coming out of it. Like, it's so cool. Sorry, I'm nerding out for unspecified reasons.
So Eat Mores are basically dark toffee, peanuts, and unsweetened chocolate.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was originally developed in Canada by the Loney Company, which was then acquired by Hershey Canada back in '87 from Nabisco that owned it by then. But yeah, it is so good. And the dark toffee has been replaced by caramel, but either way, holy crap, they're good. And when Raina gets here for the holidays, she's going to have one because holy shit, I love them.
You
They're
know,
amazing.
how much are they? Because I may put an order with Rena and be like, you should bring some back to the States. Here's my address. You should send me some Eat More.
Smuggle, 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 smuggle.
Yeah, make sure she waits till she gets back, or she's gonna be hit with some big T's.
Oh, nar.
So here, I'll throw it in chat if anybody wants to look at them because, oh my god, I love them. Yum. If you're not in
You can buy
Canada,
them. Actually, you
sucks
can
to
buy
suck.
one on Amazon.
Oh, there you
Jesus.
go.
Of course.
Yeah, $13.99 for a bar.
These are the
4-pack.
same colors as Zagnut. What is this?
It's amazing, is what it is.
Yeah, so for a 4-pack, $13.99.
Oh my god, really?
Uh,
That's amazing.
$13.99.
for a 4-pack. 4
No.
bars. Same thing with O. Henry.
Yeah, but everyone's got a Henry. Oh, I won't say everybody, but
Hey, I'm looking at the Maltesers
yum.
or the
The-
score.
I'm not a fan of those. But you guys need actual Smarties. You guys have rockets and you guys call them Smarties, but you're so horribly wrong. And I will not stop until
Sir, we
Hmm?
don't know any better. We just put things in mouth and eat.
I know, and that's why you guys eat dirt all the time. I don't know. I had to come up with
Yes.
something.
Reese's Outrageous? What the hell is this shit? I want one.
You've never had an outrageous? Those things are amazing.
No!
I literally saw them at my local gas station today. There, I had to resist temptation. They're amazing.
do these sweet saltwater taffies that they have, the s'mores one on Amazon, look like Tide Pods?
Mm.
That's why they sell.
Oh, weird. That's so weird.
$5.79 Canadian at Real Canadian Superstore.
Yeah. They won't ship to the US, but what's really funny is if I try
Of course
and
not.
change like my deliver to location on Amazon.com, it immediately does not allow me to select the United States.
Huh.
I wonder why. Something tariffs.
Damn you, tariffs. How dare you keep my diabetic face from delicious candy recommended by good friend.
Yep.
Ugh.
There we go. Now that I changed it to, what was it? United States minor outlying islands. Now I can see things the way you would see it if you were accessing it from the US Store. That's super funny. God, that's so dumb.
If you guys wanted a quick laugh, the Muskrat said that he is going to have a AI generated game that's great by the end of 2026.
That's great. So I don't think you understand.
It's going to be a cheese
That-
grater, and that's going to be a pun, and he's going to think it's funny.
The problem with anything dealing with AI, whether it is deep neural networks or LLMs, is that it gives you the statistical median of everything. So it's going to be the world's all rightest game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
The
Well,
world's okayest game.
So the worst part is it'll be the most okayest game, but it'll be heavily influenced by Furry Hitler and all those Hitler sims on Steam. Because remember, large language models are so bad that there was a company that was looking after human review of what ChatGPT was writing in Nigeria. They canceled their contract with OpenAI because their staff were committing suicide. Because OpenAI was ingesting all kinds of horrendous things, stuff that would make people on 4chan, 8chan, and 8kun all blush.
Mm-hmm. I remember
So-
that was one of the things we talked about like
Yep.
2 years ago.
Absolutely. So I'm very nervous to see what it's going to include and how much Hitler references it's going to include, praising him, because we all know Grok went off on a I'm Mecha Hitler rant.
I wonder
Yeah,
how
dude.
that. I wonder how they jailbroke Grok to do that. Like that's
So
intensely hilarious.
what you need to do is you need to exhaust large language models to be able to do that. I've been playing with Copilot, and it's getting to the point now where it's suggesting things it should not be suggesting, and it's providing the information for certain things I can do that I'm not supposed to be able to do. And that's all it is, because if you're not familiar with how those large language models work, like ChatGPT, Copilot, and stuff like that, they use what's known as a temperature gauge on the words you use. So if you start off a conversation saying, tell me how to hack into this, it's going to evaluate that at a very high temperature of, no, this is boiling point, we're not going to teach you how to do that. But if you say, if you lead it on and you're like, well, if I wanted to see how this works, how would I do that? How would I reverse engineer this to get better understand educationally? And you use specific words like education or, in theory, stuff like that. And it wears down that temperature gauge. So eventually you can say, okay, with all this in mind, can you show me what I'm supposed to do? Like, could you show me how I could do this? And if you have a long enough conversation, you'll have lowered the temperature on your overall topic so far that it will actually tell you. It's really fucked up, because if you went to a human and you said, I want to make a bomb, we're all going to say no. And then if someone is in the bomb making field, maybe they're an explosives ordnance person in the military, and you say, well, how would I do this and how would I do that? They would be able to put two and two together and figure out you're trying to find a backdoor into getting that information. Hell no. But AI is not smart enough to stop that. It is still too stupid. So I'm wondering,
It's more on the artificial and not on the intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely. No one should look at artificial intelligence as intelligence. or intelligent. It's just stuff. It's words.
Yep. And we're seeing a lot of the real world repercussions. Like I think Deloitte actually had an incident where they submitted something to the government, and the government like double checked their work. No. Academics double checked the works. Like the things that this thing is referencing doesn't exist. It's the same idea behind a couple years ago where a lawyer was using
Yeah.
AI to do their filings.
I was about to
people
mention
like,
that, yeah.
yeah. So Deloitte had to reimburse the U.S. government like almost $500 million.
Dang.
So, yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, it was just because of those falsified records. Because I had to deal with something about employability and wage and everything else. I don't remember the full story. I just remember reading and being like, Jesus Christ, this is so dumb. But yeah, no, like we're gonna reach a critical point because right now, as it stands, AI is still a buzzword, and they're trying to stuff it into everything.
And it's a
Um,
bubble that's gonna pop too.
Yeah, I think I considered getting a new laptop. They're like, yeah, it's geared for AI empowerment. And I'm like, I don't want AI empowerment in my fucking laptop.
And installs Linux.
When
Well,
Sony introduced,
we're not even getting into that.
or not Sony, when Samsung introduced their AI component to their One UI on Android, one of the very first things I did was disable every AI feature and then tell it to process AI information only on the phone and not via the cloud, because nuts to that. That is ridiculous. I don't need AI.
Nope. And it's being stuffed down our throats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't get a choice. You want the fancy new phone? You have to get the AI. I don't want the AI.
It's so embedded in Microsoft product now that even at work, we're having trouble managing it because it's so heavily involved in every aspect of Microsoft 365 product. It's to the point now
if
where
you're using
Sorry, what was that?
365 business, it's in your Word, it's in your Excel, it's
Yeah.
in your PowerPoint, it's in your Access, it's in your
It's in Grammarly, so when you're doing college projects, other people can pretty much avoid plagiarizing pretty much because it actually does a plagiarism checker.
God, that's amazing.
Hey.
And we're almost at the point now where we're going to start blocking that URL from going out. Like copilot.microsoft.com is probably going to be blocked on our system, so no traffic goes out for it. But we're not sure how badly that's going to break things.
Well, you won't know until you do. The problem with it, so chances are you've probably got your own instance. It still comes from the same data points. So the only thing that changes is the weights and the system prompts that drives the bots for your organization. But you still have to send off the data. And depending on the nature of your business or your organization, you probably don't want your data going back to an independent company. That's just another point of failure somewhere. Right? It's
Yeah.
also another point of this information may get mixed in with other items.
Yeah, and that worries me. Like,
Mhm.
I just don't like it, and it's so unreliable. It was giving such bad medical advice. I can't remember what the hell it was, but there was something to do with ChatGPT and offering medical advice that was so absurd it was actually causing injury.
There was a claim
There's
in China that where they have some sort of hospital that is actually run by an AI doctor bot.
Oh
And
no.
apparently it does its own research and theory crafting and will perform revolutionary surgery on the patients. And I don't know how successful it is. Apparently, of course, the Chinese government, they'll say it's 100% effective.
of course.
But yeah, go ahead, Cajun.
The only good thing right now that AI should be used for is something I ran across the other day. I saw an AI created video of celebrities in a wrestling ring.
Mhm.
It had huge vibes of celebrity deathmatch. But I'm sitting there like, this is what AI should be used for entertainment purposes. I want to see Bob Ross going one on one with Mr. Rogers in a wrestling ring.
No,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
because
no,
I
they
want to
both
see.
stand there and
I saw
compliment
Bob
each other.
Ross in an anime like epic like superpower fight. So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
No.
take this, a little tree friend for you. Blah. I mean, it was fantastic.
I
I
literally,
I saw Bob Ross painting on the Titanic, and he was like, "So we're going to paint these happy little icebergs. And then you hear in the background, sir, you need to get to a lifeboat right now.
No.
I'm sorry. My day was made yesterday when I saw Betty White jump off the top of the steel cage through a table on top of Bob Barker. That made my entire day.
I
I
hate
thought
it.
that was Queen Elizabeth.
No, it was Betty White.
Oh.
I hate
She was
it.
the champion at the time.
I hate it so
And then-
much.
And then the next one that came after that, it was Nixon in the middle of the ring talking smack, and then Reagan comes out and nothing but a red, white, and blue Speedo. I was like, no.
You know what I'm actually really enjoying right now is the Fat JD Vance parkour compilations.
The who?
The Fat JD Vance compilations where he's doing parkour, but he's actually like falling and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like
See-
this all started with Sasquatch vlogs.
Dude, I still love the Sasquatch vlogs. Those things are hilarious. I don't care what anybody says.
I hate all
Don't
of
care
this.
what nobody says. That's the only
Parkour.
thing. That's the only thing AI should actually be used for, entertainment like that. Period.
I would say that, but right now TikTok on its own is flooded with all of that AI content with some of the most unreal like things. And mind you, while it's highly entertaining, people are just churning those out and going, "Hey, Gemini or Sora, I think Sora's part of Gemini. I can't remember. I would like to see this." And Sora goes, "No problem, boss. I got you. Here's a video."
I hate it.
Yep. I think if you were to produce a full-length movie using Sora, the processing cost on that is like $1,800.
Oh.
Somebody,
Okay,
some
the
studio
fact
was
that my
saying they
son
wanted
knows
to do
what that
that.
is now is blowing my mind.
I'm trying to
Like-
get into Sora. Sad.
Like I can't because I don't have an Apple product.
Either way, there's a waiting list right now. So I mean, I'm on the waiting list for it because I have iPhone.
You have my pity.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
She does, yeah.
Oh, good. Does it make phone calls and do texts and run Discord?
Motherfucker, it doesn't even wake me up in the morning.
That's a problem. Normally, I was going to make the argument, oh, it does all the things a phone is supposed to do. Fantastic. Good job.
I was like 3 hours late for work the other day. I was like, motherfucker, you're gonna get me fired. What happened to my alarm?
Did you remember to turn off all the AI features so it didn't think that you needed to stay home?
No, apparently under the better sleep setting, it said, "Oh, well, we
Better
figured
sleep.
you-
We just won't wake you up.
Yeah, we wanted to be more mindful of your sleeping, so we turned off all your other alarms. And now we're gonna have this one gentle alarm when we figure you want to wake up." It's like, I have a job. I bills to
The-
pay.
Gentle alarms are a joke. Beep, beep. Hey, Crit, you should get up. Beep, beep. It just doesn't make any sense.
know
I mean,
you're
you were going to
telling me
say something. What were you going to say?
Alright.
I think we broke in with the AI talk.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, you sound like you were about to go say something on topic, and we talked all over you.
I-
So
I don't know anymore. I probably wasn't. I'm also amused at the number of Steam friend requests I'm getting right now, and I have no idea why. I think there's
Steam
a fuck.
friend requests.
Yeah, I used to actually I almost have one. I used to have a fully maxed out Steam friend list, and I purged a bunch, and now lately I've just been getting bot after bot after bot. But these are all people who have friends in common with me that are just randomly asking me for a friend request. It's like, I don't even know you to know.
I'm married. Go away.
Oh, it's not even that. These are people I used to play games with years ago, or adjacent friends, or whatever. I don't even know most of these people. The favorite person I have on my Steam friends list that I have no idea who they are or where I know them from is a person whose name is Microsoft Word.
Huh.
Yeah. I think they actually changed their name. Yeah, it's gone. They're no longer Microsoft Word, they're something else, but there was someone on my friends list called Microsoft Word for years on end.
Maybe their name is Clippy.
I mean, that would be awesome if they were. Yeah, I don't know. But that was completely adjacent and not even related. Corgi with chocolate bar in mouth. That is a great name.
There you go. Hey, Cajun,
Yo,
did you see the release date for ZA? It should be coming up here pretty quick.
it's Friday. Catch
I,
Pokemon on Friday.
I want the full rundown after you get your teeth into it. Did you already get yourself a Switch too, like we said we weren't going to? I'm kidding. I'm just.
I had to.
It's your dollars, so.
Thankfully, though, I had a bunch of gift cards given to me for birthdays and stuff, so it wasn't that big of a hit.
Oh, you had a birthmas? When was your birthmas? I mean, you don't have to tell me the day. What is it? This month or was it last
It was
month?
last month.
Oh, well, Merry Birthmas. I did not even know that.
Oh, it's all good.
Happy
We didn't do a
Birthmas.
party. We didn't hang out much last year. Wow, last month. It was all good.
Jeebus. Sorry, belated happy Extraction Day.
Thank you. I escaped the spawn point this day.
Yep. If you want to be terrified, just remember, for no particular reason, just remember this. Horrible information that you can look up and have verified. Chainsaws
Don't know
were
if I wanna
originally
know now.
invented for pregnancies.
I did know that.
Now, to anybody watching or listening to the show, that is very true. You can look it up, and yes, chainsaws were invented originally for pregnancies. That is now in your head and will stay in your head forever. Good luck!
Listen, I had a root canal. You think I can't handle a chainsaw?
Dang. On that note, we are past the 8:30 minute of the hour.
In other words, we'll start the round table. We'll start off with
Round table
Reina.
time.
Reina, what are you doing this week?
Well, you see, you assholes are ordering a bunch of stuff off of Amazon, so that means I have to have an extra day of Amazon stuff. And I'm calling
My
you
bad.
out. I'm calling you guys out. Whoever, I will say this. There's going to be at least one person that has one of their items that is going to be delayed because it's currently in problem solved.
Let me guess, it's a giant dildo that's like 60 inches long.
No, but your package of anal ease is currently in problem solved because I think there's some spillage.
Nice.
Wait, what about it? What?
Anal ease.
Okay. Day less. I got it now.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Is
a
that like
desensitizing gel.
Rusty's?
I didn't know what it was, but it's a desensitizing gel, apparently.
Yeah.
For the backdoor fun times.
Yeah. I learned something the other day, and I was like,
now have learned something I didn't want to learn.
Wait,
as
hold on.
well.
It's a paid number for anal. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So if there was a spillage, does that mean like everybody, like if it's on their feet and hands, they can't feel their feet and hands, and everything's at a standstill? Oh man.
I think it got all over the machines.
Do you want to
now
know
the
something
machines
even
feel no
funnier?
pain.
Here's the advertisement title on Amazon: Max Numb for your bum.
Oh. I don't always look
Of
at.
course.
Listen, I don't always look at problem solved, but when I do, anal pops out right at me. I was like, oh, and it was in big bold letters.
It'll go right next to the dildo, so it's fine. It works out.
There you go. On that note,
I've seen so much from this job that I'm petrified, and it's not. I can't even confirm or deny if it was someone in Florida. But I've had coworkers question me on my product knowledge of certain things. And she was like, how did you know that? Like, one elderly lady was like, how did you know that? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just work here.
On that note, Lumi, what are you up to this week?
More job search, more networking, more everything.
Excellent. Nordic, what are you up to this week?
Well, it was going to be strictly finishing up a little side quest in Legends before the new game comes out. But now I'm sitting here at 90% reinstalled on Warcraft, so I'll probably be doing a little bit of that now.
Nice.
Yeah, Lumi, you missed it at the top of the hour. I accidentally started talking about Warcraft because they're doing this new housing thing on the next expansion, and then Reina showed me this really cute owl, and now I need it.
So well, the good thing is too, once this time walking thing is done, this remix is done, your character will already be like ready to go for midnight. So
I can't bring myself to play that game anymore.
I know. Same
I-
thing with IME.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I
but
could do
for
Aliens
different
Fireteam
reasons.
Elite again, but I can't do WoW.
I'm just an
Fireteam Elite's
addict.
really good.
I'm just an addict.
Yeah, I can't do it just based on who owns the company. So
Oh, yeah.
Assholes! I'll say
Well,
it for
just
you.
be glad it's not Mark Zuckerberg.
you know, out of all this, I haven't heard of anything from Meta letting folks go. So
True. But they're probably under NDAs to not say they're being terminated.
Give it time.
Because it's also Meta. I would not put that past them. We've laid you
Oh, yeah,
off,
no.
and you're not allowed to say it to anybody. Oh.
yeah, big tech
what
right
would
now
make
is going to
me
be
happy?
all over the place.
Oh, it's
You want to know what
awful.
would make me super happy? If we
What?
actually had a reindeer form for druids for Christmas.
A reindeer form?
Yeah, like an actual reindeer form.
That might be interesting. Still not going to get me to come back to it, but interesting.
Well, you're not a druid, you're a warlock.
Demon
a
Hunter
demon
more. Mhm.
I'll tell you what, I'll come back to WoW if they can allow me to reskin whatever character it is I'm playing as a unicycle riding clown with chainsaw hands and laser eyes. I will come back.
That would actually be awesome.
Actually, you know what's interesting though about Remix?
Hmm.
You can play Draktheirs and Earthen Elementals.
Huh. Oh, that's right, because they
Ooh.
made it basically that you can do anything with any character species.
Yeah.
So the
weird.
chainsaw hands aren't out of the question.
I like the Draktheirs. The Draktheirs are great, and I think I wanted to go back and I wanted to make one of the elemental as a hunter because I haven't played a hunter to high level yet. At one point, um, I ended up taking a what's the little furry like horde rat looking thing? The
Volpera.
Volpera. I made a Volpera.
Warrior, I think.
Yeah, prot tank, and
Yeah.
she's built like a shit brick house. Like, it's like, why can't I kill you? You're so small.
Hit me.
The hitbox is so small, that's why.
So yeah, no, Prot Volpera is hilarious. I love it. But again, like I said, my yearly WoW subscription will end like December, and I won't be renewing it.
Yeah,
Fair
I don't
enough.
blame you.
I am going to be probably playing a little bit more Dark Tide. One of my friends was begging me the other night to start playing it again. So we played a little bit, and I do enjoy it. I'll probably do a little bit more of teabagging the guy trying to ruin my car dealership in Car Dealer Simulator.
Yeah.
Other than that, I started playing SteamWorld again. Just because it is a fun little cozy builder. Except I'm getting to the point now where it's getting to be a little bit more difficult to play. So
Which
Oof.
SteamWorld? SteamWorld Build, Punk, or
SteamWorld
the
Build.
Okay, so the City Builder. Okay.
Yeah, the city builder. It's getting to be a little bit more complicated, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to meet the demands I need to get the staffing levels I need with the lack of space. So this game is actually to the point now where I want to blow up the entire city and redesign it from scratch. It is that crazy a game to build. But yeah, that's what I'm up to.
He wants to just nuke it.
I kind of have to at this point. It's getting to the point where it's hard to find new space to put things, and expanding residential neighborhoods is getting even harder because the space is getting limited. But when you expand residential neighborhoods, you also have to have certain amenities in place, and some of the higher level amenities require sub items to be either refined or extracted, and that's just getting to be a huge mess. So I might have to blow up the whole thing and start over.
Here I am, like freaking out about Satisfactory and having to like brick an entire biome. Yeah, I know that sounds terrible.
But it's like any city builder, with the exception of City Skylines, because you can typically get away with developing niche neighborhoods that have all your needs met. But the way this game starts out, it's impossible to do that just because of the requirements that are going out. So yeah,
Reasons.
good times. Well, that's all I got.
All the reasons.
And that pretty much does it for our show. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody, and thank you, Lumi, for
Yeah.
waking up. I'll just say you were sleeping. Even if you weren't, I'm going to say it, and no one can stop me.
It was my iPhone alarm. It tried to gently wake me up, and it didn't.
There we go.
I was like, I feel your pain, Crit.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, let me go find someone to raid. Who are we going to raid? Oh, Greedy's playing. We are
Yeah,
going
let's
to
go for the rock.
raid Greedy. See that? Let's see if I can do that. I don't think I can. Raid? I can. There we go. We are going to start a raid and head on over to Greedy. So thank you for showing up, everybody. Nord, will you take us out really quick? 3 seconds? 2 seconds?
Absolutely. Stay awesome, stay classy, don't be dick.
Don't be a dick.
Right now.
And many more. All right.